The Wonders of Washington, D.C., my trip. Way back when I was in 7th grade, my family took a trip to Washington, D.C. I can say that I definitely learned a lot on this trip, especially about the major monuments. To start off the trip, we toured the Capitol building. In order to accommodate to the numerous senators and representatives, this building was huge. By far the coolest part was the ceiling in the rotunda. Intricate paintings covered the whole circular ceiling. Directly across from the Capitol, straight down the Grand Mall, is the Lincoln Memorial. This majestic building was constructed to remember the great President Abraham Lincoln. Inside the building is a giant statue of a seated President Lincoln. Across the river, we saw the Jefferson Memorial. This large, round building was built in remembrance of President Thomas Jefferson. This memorial overlooks the tidal basin. Next, we saw the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial. This beautiful area spanned across a park filled with fountains, trees, and statues. The World War II Memorial was fairly new when I saw it. This was built to remember the 16 million that fought in the war. The spookiest memorial was by far the Korean War Veterans Memorial. A giant reflective wall spanned out and was surrounded by statues of soldiers with distant looks on their faces. The Holocaust Museum was the saddest part of my trip. You could not take pictures inside, but there was a room filled with lit candles representing the lives lost in the tragic event. The Iwo Jima Memorial was the closest memorial to our hotel. The empowering scene was huge and impacting. Last, but certainly not least, we saw the Washington Monument. The obelisk stood insanely tall and it hovered over us. The best part was taking pictures pretending to hold the monument up. My trip to DC was something I will never forget. The history was overwhelming and the memories were even greater.